half or so. My name is Richard Holmes. Rich Holmes, you a pussy. And this morning, what we're going to talk about, you guys, is David being a no-show for his own Rosh Hashanah gig. Hey, let me turn the light on. It's a little dark in here. Watch out, Marty. All right. So yeah, David is so much of a degenerate that he can't even show up for his own Rosh Hashanah gig anymore. He sends Joseph out, right? He sends Joseph, and Joseph, it really is the fact that you stood there and lied to everybody saying, "Oh, let's welcome Apostle DavidETaylor, Rosh Hashanah, day one." And Joseph, you guys aren't even Christian, man. You stand up there and lie. You flat out lie to everybody saying that David's going to be live, and up pops a rerun. What do you know? David rerun Taylor. I mean, David, really? You're supposed to be coming out preaching to people on the high holy day of the year, Rosh Hashanah, that you guys so much in the deposition with Michelle. She's like, "Oh, that's the high holy day of the year, Rosh Hashanah, and that's just the most important day of the year. If you're Christian, you need to be there." Where are you at, David? Where are you at, dude? You can't even show up anymore. You have your cult lie to your entire following. I mean, how does that make sense, David? How does that make sense? Hey, what up, Manny Guzman? Good morning. Good morning, morning, morning. Well, dude, and the thing is, Manny, is David, yeah, happy Rosh Hashanah, David. You couldn't even show up, dude. That proves, David, that you are nothing more than a grifter, man. The fact, and Joseph, Joseph's all, "Oh, let's welcome Apostle David E. Taylor," and he doesn't even show up. What kind of church are you guys? This is the biggest Ponzi scheme. Hey, good morning, Donna. How you doing today? Good morning, morning, morning. We're talking about David being a no-show today, and he was. They preach about Rosh Hashanah being the high holy day of the year, and that's a big money-making event for David, and he doesn't show. Now, this kind of tells me a few things. Either exactly, Jesus was busy, and that's the thing. Like Rosh Hashanah, and there's a war going on in Israel. David, why didn't you stop this war, God's best friend? All these missiles are being launched over there. Why? Hey, Uncle Jake, good morning. Oh, you're almost there? All right, LP, let me know when you're going live. Be careful. Hey, take somebody with you too, man. Don't go alone. And send me the link before you go live, bro. Okay? Send me the link before you go live so that way I could watch. So yeah, David doesn't even show up. He sends Joseph out to lie for him. And here's the thing, like recently there's been movement in the cult. David's moving people around right now, and that tells me a few things, that something's happening on the inside. People are either asking questions, and he's getting upset, and he's having to basically do damage control inside his own cult. The fact that he sent Kathleen back up to Taylor, that's kind of a big indication of something to me. That's just me though. But yeah, good morning, everybody. We're talking about DavidETaylor, a no-show for day one of Rosh Hashanah. Sends Joseph out, says, "Oh, let's welcome Apostle DavidETaylor. Welcome to this new live." And this live that they put up is from years ago. It's from several years ago from Rosh Hashanah. David, where are you? Calling you out, dude. You are a liar, dude. I read a comment this morning, and it was somebody put a comment up about a Ponzi scheme. And this is really one of the biggest Ponzi schemes in America. David's Ponzi scheme, the Ponzi scheme saint, Ponzi scheme prophet. This is a very, very complex Ponzi scheme that David has created. He knows it. And he's created it this way. That way nobody catches on to it. Yeah. He's scrambling. David's cunning and sly. He's not a tactician. No, David's cunning and sly. He's just been able to grease his way out of his fucking problems all his life with his hair, right? He'll pull his hairline out, he'll pull some grease out of his hair and grease his way out of his problems as usual. But this, I don't think he's going to get out of, Manny. I don't think he's going to get out of this one. There's too much going on with him now. especially with court cases too. Let's see if the Missouri courts have updated anything yet. I don't think they have. I've been paying close attention and watching the case to see if there's any more filings. Yeah, it's closed to the public. It's closed to the public. How do you call it a church when it's closed to the public? You can't keep a church closed to the public. You can't, not if you're operating in the public. If you're a public entity, you can't keep it closed. You can't close it off, David. You do realize that, right? Anybody in Houston that's watching, the address at 14380 is a religious sex cult. What we're talking about today is the so-called apostle, how he couldn't even show up for the first day of Rosh Hashanah. He was a no-show. A no-show. God's best friend doesn't even show up on the high holy day of the year, Rosh Hashanah, to represent him. God gonna get you, David. God gonna get you. Hey, Ken, good morning, good morning. David, 10% Pingo. 10% David Pingo. Yep. The holiday seems to speak of most as Rosh Hashanah. Yeah, it is. It's Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah. Oh, Rosh Hashanah this, Rosh Hashanah that. It's the high holy day of the year. But you know what? I'm not even going to fucking show up. I'm just going to send Joseph out and put a rerun up and say, hey, here I am, everybody. I'm doing good, Ken. Good to see you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and this, Manny's got a good point. And all you cult members, listen up. I forgot to start off with this. If you guys are being abused inside this place, if you're being physically, emotionally, sexually, any type of abuse going on, you need to call the police, okay? You need to call the cops. Because let me tell you something, the abuse is only going to get worse. It's only going to have profound consequences on your life later on. I promise you guys this. This is very real psychological damage that David is doing to each and every one of you. And you guys all think he's this great prophet, but where is he? Where is he? Exactly. It's a holy day to get him money, but he didn't even show up, dude. He couldn't even show up, Ken. Yeah, Michelle Lee's a strategy. He's not smart enough. Exactly. And the game is almost over. That's what I think. Michelle's probably running out of I don't know what to do now at this point. These guys have basically ran your scam into the ground and they know what we're doing and we can't do it anymore because they know. Michelle's probably thinking I don't know what to do, David. That's probably what Michelle's thinking. I don't know what to do, David.
That's right. I come back.
Yeah. It's like something out of The Boys. I keep expecting Firecracker to come out and sing. Yeah, dude. Oh shit. Hang on. So yeah, so here we have again, this is yeah, she's out of ideas, dude. Michelle's the one with the ideas in this place. You got to think about that. Michelle's the one with the brains. David's an idiot. We all know that. Yeah, he will claim that he came up with the strategy, but when the shit hits the fan, hey, y'all need to ask Michelle. She's the one with all the ideas, not me, not the apostle. Ask Michelle. She's the one who came up with all the ideas. Her name and her signature is on all the paperwork, not me. Not me. All right, cool. All right, 2 hours, cool. Right on, right on. Hey, Lord Pender. Hey, advice: change your title to Apostle DavidETaylor, JMMI, and KOGGC Cult Hotel. Highly recommend that, bro. I would highly recommend switch up your title just a little bit and put DavidETaylor Cult Hotel and tag KPRC and KHU in your title. Tag KPRC. I think KHU is the shorter tag, but tag KHU 11 in your title. Okay. That's yeah. You want to know where you can send them, Manny? I'll tell you. Hang on right here, bro. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Trust me, bro. It'll help a lot. Manny, you can send them right here. North Freeway, Houston, Texas. There you go. Anybody wants to send David some pads? There you go. That's where you send them. Yeah, LP. Yeah, LP's gonna go down the hotel. I'll be there next weekend, but I don't think I'm gonna do anything. Yeah. Yeah, LP's gonna go down to the hotel today. Yeah, good. Keep the pressure on him, man. Tons of cops on I-45 southbound today. Right on, bro. Just be careful. Are you going to take quality with you? Are you going to take quality with you? Yeah, we're planning for another one in November. It's all of us, bro. It's all of us. Look, Lord Pender's going down there today. This is a team effort, man. This is a team effort. Look, Lord Pender's going down there. Keep the pressure on him. Again, this is about David not showing up to his Rosh Hashanah gig. Okay, quality's going with you on Saturday. Okay, cool, bro. Just make sure, be careful, bro. All right, you're too valuable to us, dude. Okay, short live. Yeah, I'm curious if all the crap is still up at the hotel. Chuck Wood's got a good point. Hey, don't send the pads to David. Send him to a women's shelter where they can actually use them. That way, David has to live with his stanky, itchy ass. Yeah. You know, Royce, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm starting to think it's kind of like ground zero right now, man. It's everybody for themselves. It's extremely, whatever's happening inside right now, the abuse that's taking place. The abuse that's taking place inside the cult right now is exponential. It's extremely aggressive and it's extremely fast. All right, they're going to get people in there and they're going to break them down as quick as possible and put them on the phones and start grifting money for David. Okay, he definitely running out of lobster money. Yeah, that's the thing. And like it's like the last time he did anything for the cult was the last time he's going to do anything for the cult. Hit that like when you get in here, man. Let me know you're not a troll. If you're a troll, make this make sense to us. Why didn't David show up for Rosh Hashanah last night? If you're one of the cult members, really ask yourself that. Where is the so-called apostle and the prophet when he was supposed to be out delivering a message on the high holy day of the year, Rosh Hashanah? Yeah. David probably can't even afford crabs at this point. Even if Michelle gave them to him, he probably can't afford them. Yeah. Yeah. And Michelle's the one that gave it to him. She's like, you can't afford these crabs anymore, David. Better pay up. Better pay primo for these crabs. No, it can't even afford Texas blue crabs from Galveston. No, he's got the Michelle Brown crabs from fucking Michelle Brannon. Yep. Yeah, I think that's why he tried to bully me into silence. You're right. It's like he had to come out and say, "You a pussy, Rich Holmes," sitting in his chair with a maxi pad stuck up his ass. Yeah, okay. I'm real scared of you, David. David, you know how weak you made yourself look in that one moment. In that one moment, David, you made yourself look so weak. Now, I don't know. I just filed a report with Harris County Fire Marshal telling him it's blocking the whole fucking driveway. Yeah, remember, David was a gangster and a killer, but he can't even show up for Rosh Hashanah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure, David. You expect me to believe you're a thug? Yeah, dude, you're poise pad prophet thug. That's what you are. Yeah, David, and crawfish season is until February, so you're gonna have to wait, okay? Really, cult members, if you're watching this, Maddie Guzman said my wife has bigger balls than David. She probably does, dude. Um, if you cult members are watching, honestly, ask yourself, why didn't David show up? Why didn't David show up? Oh, and you know what else David's doing? He's now starting to sign my emails up with like porn sites and shit like that. Yeah. So, yeah, Davey has bigger boobies though. Um, so yeah, David's now using my emails and stuff to sign up porn websites and all kinds of crazy shit. I think he's going to start defaulting. I think this is the year. No, I think this is the year that we're going to start seeing David default on the properties. Absolutely. He owes so much taxes, you guys. I mean, honestly, I don't know how. Yeah, he's using my emails to sign me up for porn sites. Yeah. Yeah, I got an email this morning from into one of my emails and asking if it was David, and it was to one of my emails. Yeah. So he's using my emails to like sign up fucking nasty porn sites and shit like that. I don't care though. I think it's funny because it tells me that I'm definitely inside his head and I'm not dumb. Because the email came through saying, "Is this David?" So I know. Yeah, yeah. Whatever it is, David's definitely fucking butthurt, and he's definitely feeling the squeeze of whatever is taking place. Because David, guess what? I still file fraud against you every day. I still do a fraud report against you every day, David. And you can't even show up for Rosh Hashanah. Some prophet, some best friend of Jesus you are, David. Yeah. No, I don't think it is either. No, I don't think it's illegal to do that. No, it's not illegal. More of an annoyance, if anything, but it's an email I don't really use anymore. But yeah, the only thing I've ever used his email for was maybe to sign him up for some bullshit. But even then, I'm sure their emails have been spammed and spoofed so many times over and over again. It's probably like they're used to it at this point. They expect it. Yeah. Yep. He thought he could shut you up by Rosh Hashanah, leaving him free to swindle and talk about God. Yeah, but the thing is Rosh Hashanah yesterday, he didn't even show up, Donna. It was a rerun. It was a rerun of a rerun. He did a rerun of a rerun. That's what he did. It was a rerun of a rerun because he can't show. He's either now I'm starting to either think he's sick again or he's back in the hospital. Yeah, it was a bad rerun. It was a bad rerun of a rerun. Uncle Jake, your wife and Chris Com and me, Ginger Squad. It's the squad. David is showing his degenerate colors. Yeah. Jesus' best friend won't sign non believers' emails to indulge in sexual sin. David is showing his true degenerate colors. Mm-hmm. This is who DavidETaylor truly is. He's a degenerate. He, again, no show for Rosh Hashanah, guys. David, what's up, bro? What's up, dude? Why can't you even show up? You can't even come out and give a church service anymore, probably because you're so fucking sick. And you probably just can't walk anymore. Every time we see you, David, you're sitting down. That tells me a lot. That tells me that your health is failing big time. I don't want your health to fail. I want you to do very well for yourself, David. I want you to do a better. I want you to do better for yourself and eat a healthy diet. Honestly, I don't want you to get sick, dude. I want you to maintain a healthy life, so when the hammer comes down, you could serve some prison time before your health does take over. You got all these gyms, David. Why don't you use them, man? Why don't you use these gyms, bro? You got these hotels, you got these gyms, you got all these big mansions that all have gyms. What's up, man? Is it Jewish holiday anyway? Is it possible David Humanity is also appropriating other religion to grift? Yeah, yeah. Hmm. And it is. It, think of it. Not only that, but like the inside of his arteries, trip nine, like he ain't healthy, bro. He ain't healthy, man. The inside of his arteries are probably looking like a clogged straw, dude. He is extremely unhealthy. Hey, yo, what up, 54? Austria. Good day, mate. Put another shrimp on the barbie. Hit that like. Let me know you're not a troll. David, why'd you no show? Why'd you no show, David? What was wrong, man? Are you getting audited? Did something show up at the hotel? Or did you get arrested, David? Honestly, David would love prison. It's got all the booty one could want. They give out free maxi pads, and he gets to be idle for much of the day. Hey, Stendek, yeah, yeah. David could just sit. I mean, David, that would be perfect. Prison would be perfect for David. He could just sit there idle all day and not do anything. Be like, yeah, I don't got to do shit now for sure. But he wouldn't. If you take David out of his element, he would completely lose control. He would. You take David's phones away. You take all his little cult cronies away. You take his broadcasting away. You take everything away from him. He would completely crumble. He wouldn't have anybody to take care of him and feed him and go fucking do his chores for him and change his pads. David would have nothing. Think about that. All you cult members, if you're just dropping in here, if you're one of the cult members, why do you allow David to subject you to the abuse that you're taking? I mean, Joseph, David lied to every single one of you guys last night. Said he was going to be out for Rosh Hashanah and he couldn't even show up. What kind of prophet is this? Be good 54 later, bro. Um, because I know you guys are being abused in there. I know that for a fact. That's what happens in this place is abuse. I kind of figured you wouldn't show up, David. I kind of figured. I just had a feeling that you weren't going to show up because you have everybody in your cult fooled, but you don't have us fooled. And I mean, David, I don't even know what to think about you anymore, man. I really don't. You call me out personally, call me a pussy, wish death. You really showed your weakness. Joseph Joseph Bush is in charge at the hotel right now. Joseph is. Joseph Bush is going to be in charge. Mhm. He's the one who's there. He's little David's little cult cuck. Whatever David says, Joseph will do. If David told Joseph to go jump off the hotel roof, he would. He would. Joseph would. He'd be like, "Okay, okay, Apostle, I'll do it. Yeah. Which side do you want me to jump from?" And I don't recommend you do it, Joseph, but I'm just saying that's the kind of person Joseph is. Whatever David tells him to do, he'll do. Joseph's just a little, yeah, he's a little fucking cold cuck, dude. He is. They all are. All the men in there are cucked, man. They're all cult cucked to David. Then all the women are just highly submissive. Yeah, yeah. Joseph lives on his knees basically for David. Joseph's a complete tool. Yeah, David, Joseph, you guys are the ones that need to repent. You guys are actively coming out and just compulsively lying to everybody. It's disgusting. And you guys are claiming to be a church, and David's claiming to be a prophet and a pastor. Janelle, yeah, he calls you names. Yeah, he calls all these cult members names. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, he calls these cult members names. He's really good at that. He loves degrading cult members. Absolutely, that's his biggest thing: calling the cult members names, to degrade them psychologically and verbally. Yeah, he loves it. He loves to degrade the cult members. That's his big get down, man. He's just a complete degenerate like that because that makes him feel powerful to degrade people. That's what we've been out here doing is kind of degrading David. Only David's degradation is his own cause. David's own degradation is because of himself. Yeah. Yeah, Joseph's head is an ass wiper. Yeah. Yeah. The staff is never in the spirit, David, and you wonder why is because you don't pay him and you're not a good person. Go figure. Your staff isn't in the spirit because you're not. Yeah, he looks like Bowser. He does. No, I've heard somebody call him Bowser before. He does. He looks like fucking Bowser, man. Yeah, and he did it to Chen Kim too. Yeah, he did it to Chen Kim too. He did it just do it to Joseph. He's done it to a lot of people. Hmm. David's done it to a lot of people, man, and that should tell everybody what kind of person he is. Again, lies about Rosh Hashanah can't even show up, David. How pathetic are you? How weak and just pathetic of a little Bowser fucking man you are, David. You're supposed to be this great apostle, man. You claim to be the Moses of this generation, and you straight come and lie to your entire following. Make that make sense, cult members. Why is David lying to you guys? Why is David lying to you guys? Make that make sense, honestly. Make that make sense. Why would David come out? Why would Joseph come out and lie about Rosh Hashanah? Ask yourself that. Why is this? How come nobody can get into this church? If I wanted to go, how come I can't enter? This is supposed to be a church. He is. He's the booty Bowser. David's booty Bowser, man. He is. He does. David gets super butthurt when people degrade him for what he truly is, man. For what he truly is. He hates that. He hates that. He hates when people degrade him for what he is, a fucking con artist. He's like, oh, you can't do that. You can't talk about the prophet and the apostle because I'm God's best friend. Puff Kid, Diddley, and David. I don't think there is, no. I don't think there is not. Nope. Nope. I don't think there is. I think if there's going to be a connection, it's going to be somebody like a senator or something right there in Texas, in Houston. I think it's going to be somebody tied directly to it. All right, be good, Trip 9. Have a good day, brother. It's going to be, I think it'll be somebody there right in Houston. But I don't think Diddy is going to be involved with a piece of shit like David. Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't want to go inside that place because those people are dangerous, man. The cult is dangerous. We've been saying that it's a dangerous cult. It would be great if they ended up cellmates. And let's go ahead and kind of reiterate that fact. Hey, hallelujah, brother Feist. Amen. Say hi to your mom for me. Everybody was kind of flipping their lid, like, why the fuck do the feds take so long? Well, what I've learned and what I've researched and people I've talked to in this, usually when the feds arrest you, they have you. They have you. Okay, the feds don't just come in and arrest you for no reason. All right, when the feds come in and arrest you, you know why the feds have such a high conviction rate is because they take their time. People are like, oh, they took too long, but you know what? P Diddy's not getting out of jail. That's what P Diddy isn't getting out of jail. He's done. His entire empire done, gone. All his assets, all the shit he's ever done, cars, houses, planes, money, all that shit gone. Bye. Back to the government. The government's gonna seize it all, man. It's gonna seize it all because it was used in a criminal enterprise, and that's the way it's gonna be. Government's be like, no, take back all your assets. No, it was used in crimes. You were doing illegal activity, and we're just gonna go take it all back. Hope you enjoy the life of fucking luxury while you had it, but now this is all ours. So thank you. Thank you for acquiring all this stuff for us. Yeah, this is Rico. Yeah, this is Rico straight up with David. Yeah, and again, 2008. I was reading the indictment fucking all over the internet. Since 2008, what's that tell you? Since 2008, the feds have been investigating P. Diddy. That's what it says. Since 2008, the feds have been investigating P. Diddy, and they have investigated him to the point where they found out all these crimes. When P. Diddy, when you watch the arrest video of P. Diddy, he knew he was fucked, man. That's it. That's it. Done and over with, man. When the feds come in and shack you up, it's a bad day. It's a bad, bad day, man. You don't want to be shacked up by the feds because they have a very, very high conviction rate. It's like 98%, man. 98%. And the other 2%, I don't know what cases the feds have lost, but I'm sure there were some cases the feds have lost. But 98% to 2%, I'd say the feds have their shit together. Yeah, exactly. When the feds show up, it's a wrap. It is. Exactly. That's exactly right. When the feds show up, it's a wrap. They have you dead to rights. They're going to have the indictments. They're going to have the investigation. They're going to have the warrants. They're going to have the surveillance. They're going to have it all. Yeah. You got the members of David's cult. You really need to take a look what happened at P. Diddy, because David's organization is very similar to his. Okay. Only he's run it under a church. And that's where the government's kind of careful, right? Because we know what happens to religious cults at the end is they usually end in fucking disaster, right? David is too high a liability for P. Diddy. Yeah, exactly, right, Larissa? He would go out and talk. They'd be like, "Fuck that fool, he'll talk." Yeah, he is, and you're right, Larissa. He's too much of a high priority. Yeah, that he would be a liability for P. Diddy. Yeah, they'd be like, "Who the fuck this clown as?" Yep, David is Pooh Diddy. Yeah, David is Pooh Diddy, Prophet Pooh Diddy, a Prophet Pooh Diddy. Oh man, they've been watching Diddy since Pac and Biggie passed. Yeah, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me since Biggie, yeah, that's about right, huh? 2008, give or take. You know what? I'm telling you, man, there's more indictments gonna come, dude. There's more indictments gonna come. This ain't over. I just hope like Snoop Dogg and Dre and 50 Cent were caught up in that shit, man. I don't think they were. I think they're too smart for that. No way, P. Diddy, the David? No way. Da- no way. Mahesh is the David connection. Mahesh is the David connection. P. Diddy, like Larissa Bechtel was saying, David would be a liability for P. Diddy. David would run his fucking mouth. He would be like, "Oh, I went to a P Diddy party. This is what we have." Yeah, might want to check the Nelly Mansion for lube bottles. Might want to check the Nelly Mansion for fucking bottles of baby oil, right? David might have been having some Pooh Diddy parties up there. Yep, took about 6 years and a whole team to take down John Gotti. Yeah, but you know who flipped on Gotti? Number two. When the mob got taken down, when the mob got taken down, yeah, you don't get away with what Diddy got away with by being dumb. They got careless. They got careless. Well, no, no, P Diddy's dumb, and you know what? You know what made Diddy so dumb is he recorded all of the crimes, like David's doing. Yep, exactly. Friends in high places can no longer cover for him. You got minors crossing state lines. Exactly. Hey, good morning, Matt Moore. David no showed for Rosh Hashanah last night. Yeah, David's a clown to the higher ups. They would Puff would never think about beating somebody like David. He'd be like, "Who the fuck DavidETaylor? Look at this guy's wig." They would have laughed at David. They would have laughed at David. That's what David would have got, is a laugh. They'd have been like, "Look at this kid. Look at this guy." They would have charged him double for the party entrance rate. They would have said, "Hey man, your rate is 2 million instead of one." That's what David's entrance fee would be. Bring a sign that says 2 for 1 special on the motel glory hole. 2 for 1 special glory hole, right? Yeah, and that's again, yeah, and reading like human trafficking, it's done right out in the open most of the time. It's done right out in the open. And David has done a very good job at it. He put that hotel right out in the middle of Houston, right out in the middle where everybody can see it, where nobody would think to look. Yep, David no showed for Rosh Hashanah. Yes, no showed, no showed. Yep, he no showed. And Joseph says, "Oh, let's welcome Apostle DavidETaylor," and David didn't even show up. Just complete. He just. I don't think he's going to show up at all this week. Honestly, something tells me something is really triggering inside the cult that they can't. They moved Kathleen. Kathleen moved from the hotel, so that's a big. That's kind of a biggie. I totally doesn't ask you to take another dump. Man. Um, but yeah, so Rosh Hashanah no show. There's just too many variables right now to kind of pinpoint what could be happening. And honestly, guys, I have no fucking clue where David is. He's hiding. I have my theories about where he could be, but I think he's Kathleen's back up in Taylor. She got moved, Larissa. She got moved. Yeah, she was down in Taylor, but she might get moved back. For whatever reason, David told her, "Hey, come up to Taylor." She didn't move willingly. David tells her. David moves these people around like pawns. That's it. She isn't going to move until David says, "Hey, I need you back up here." I don't know. I think she does. I think Kathleen might have a place up in the Detroit, Michigan area. I think so, LP. She might, bro. She might. They're all slaves. Yep. Yeah. I don't know. He might have. I don't know. Yeah, that's Jason's sister, LP. That's Jason's sister. Yeah, Larissa, that's Jason's sister. Yeah, she's been in here quite a bit, dude. Yeah. I've talked to her offline and stuff. Yeah, she's really nice, man. Yeah, exactly. Bringing her up to mission is a sign that something's going on, man. There's something going on. Like David had to move these people around for a reason. Whatever reason it is, it's to benefit him, you guys. Always to benefit David. Whatever the reason is to benefit David. He needed her for something specific. Hey, come back up to Michigan. I need you here for this. Maybe he was tired of screwing around or whacking off. I don't know. I don't know. But David sleeps with all these women, so he's probably taking his pick of the women, telling them when to come, where to go. Hey, come up. I need to see you. No, he didn't even show up. No, he didn't even show up, Daniela. He didn't even show up. He couldn't show up for Rosh Hashanah. I don't think Cliff's wife's ex-wife wants to leave. That's the way it sounds. Is Cliff's wife is in it to good if is in it for good. Someone just got busted with a bunch of people and kids in a U-Haul on a freeway. No, I don't know. Yeah, it was live. What the others did was live. Yeah. Yeah. What the others did was live. But they're like Joseph is like, "Oh, let's welcome Apostle David E. Taylor." And it wasn't it was a rerun. It was a rerun. Yeah, Cliff's a good guy, man. They're good people. You take these people out of the element of David and they're all good people, man. They're all good people. Like Larissa's brother, Jason, nice guy, man. But he's under the spell of a cult. Yeah. It was all a rerun, Daniel, except the very first part where Joseph was like, "Oh, let's welcome Apostle David E. Taylor." That was all new, but everything else was all a sham. Imagine a prophet coming out and saying he was live. Do you think cultists will finally see the light? Um, Both, LP. I think it's both. I think some people will try to form their own cults afterwards, but I think some people will see the light. But then I also think some people are going to have an extremely hard time. Yep. It's gonna be there's gonna be multiple kind of dynamics of what happens when this cult ends. Um, People will start their own, they'll fall into another cult, they'll look to each other, or they'll have a complete fucking psychological crash. One of those four. There's probably some other in there, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, and Michelle, if anything, Michelle, the only power Michelle has is in that place. That's the thing. The only power that Michelle has is in that place, you guys. Outside of there, Michelle's powerless. She has nobody. She has no one. She has no family, no friends. Her friends are the cult. That's it. She'll probably end up living with a cult member. Yep. Yeah, it's very very hard to show get yeah for people. Yeah. Did he became legless? No, he's not showing up for his Rosh Hashanah gigs, dude. I mean, all he ever does is sit down anymore. The IRS gets the fellatio mansion. The IRS gets the fellatio mansion, not David. The IRS is going to end up with that property. It's going to get repossessed and taken away by the IRS, man. I guarantee it. Unless if somebody buys it. Unless if somebody buys it. But I don't know who's going to buy it out from David. It's trash. That place needs so much work, man. That place needs a lot of work right now, and David isn't fixing it up. He's barely taking care of the HOA dues. Think of that. DavidETaylor, no show, Rosh Hashanah. Yeah, a lot of people that need cults, the psychological help that they need is, oh, dude, it's insane. It's not a small thing. It's usually very intense. Yep. Yep. David owes $5 million in cash plus another $500,000 plus in legal fees. I mean, cult members, you guys got to really think about this, man. Really think about this. Hey, Rachel Bone, good morning. Really think about this. Really sit back and think, okay, David's in for $500,000 in legal fees. Okay. Why isn't he paying his bills? It says in the Bible that you're not supposed to steal and thief from people, right? But yet here David is using the Bible to steal and be a thief, right? Now I'm soon a month of since I stopped believing it was a demon. No, it's not, man. I'm glad to hear you're still doing you're doing good, Daniel. That's good, man. Dude, drinking. Let me tell you something, dude. Drinking was the hardest addiction to kick. Smoking, that wasn't shit, but drinking, that was hard, bro. I used to be an alcoholic, man. I still drink from time to time, but I really keep it to a minimum because I know how easy I can fall back into a fucking bottle. It's very easy. Very easy. Yes. The mind crack, right? The mind snap. It is. When the mind snaps from leaving a cult, it's very chaotic. It's like a broken marriage. Yeah, but the members don't know this info exactly. They don't. These members don't know the info because David doesn't want them to know the information. David doesn't want them to know what will happen. Yep, when they're lied to, they're deceived, they're run through the fucking mud, and David says he's a prophet and he can't even show up. Nah, booze was hard for me, dude. Booze was hard for me, dude. So I used to love hitting the bottle, man. Yep, I'll upend a fucking bottle. See, and that's the mind processing all the behavior, right, Daniela? That's your mind processing what happened. Samuel Leskin, so you're not Christian, so you have no normative authority for your standards, essentially. So what David is doing actually aligns with your relative worldview. Uh, no, it doesn't. I'm not Christian. This is a Ponzi scheme. What do you want me to say? That David's Christian? I don't. Samuel Backett, you know how fucking dumb you just sounded? You know how dumb that comment was right now? I'm guessing you're Christian. You sit back with your dick in your hand, not doing nothing, right? Yes, I do. Stand deck. Yes, I do. Mine have to do with kids always, and they scare the shit out of me. Yep. Mine always have to do with fighting kids, and it scares the shit out of me. Um. Yeah. See, again, Larissa, your brother doesn't even know what's going on with the court case. Yeah. The large balloon note due on this big house, March, I think, and he's gonna owe 5 million straight up. He's gonna owe 5 million straight up on that balloon mortgage. It's ridiculous how much he's gonna owe on it. Hey Samuel, I recommend you go to your fucking church and you tell everybody about DavidETaylor, okay? Like we've been doing here, instead of coming in here and fucking bagging on me because I don't follow your fucking Christian standard, okay? Yep, yep. Uncle Jake, he has nightmares too. I still have them. I still have them, and I remember the very vivid ones, and those are the ones that scare the shit out of me, man. Yes, I still have dreams about operations. Yes, and they still fucking scare me. Yes. Uncle Jake was Navy. I was Army. Yeah, let's go scripture for scripture. I'll whip out the Bible, Samuel, and we can fucking go scripture for scripture if you want. I mean, I'm happy to. I can. I know where the Bible is, and I know if I need God, I know where I can go. I know I don't need to go to social media. I know I don't need to ask DavidETaylor, and I sure as shit don't need to ask your fucking dumbass. So yeah, I do. Yeah, no, I do stand deck. Yeah, dude, I have some bad ones, man. Yeah. I have some bad ones, man. And usually what mine consist of, I'll tell you mine, and they scare the fucking shit out of me. It's always I'm in the Middle East, no bullshit, and because I can smell the dirt, I can see the sand, the tire, everything. Everything tells me I know, and I know where I'm not. I know where I am for sure. And it's always I'm in a group of people. I have no way out, and I don't know how to get home. And that man, holy shit! It and you most of the time, people are fucking looking for me, and I don't know who these people are. All I know is that I know they're looking for me. And that fucking scares the shit out of me. I wake up, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. It ruins my day. It ruins my day. Yes. So those are the dreams that I have, man. And they're not dreams, they're fucking nightmares, man. They suck. And I haven't had one in a long time, thank God, because I think I have them under high stress situations because I haven't had any in a while, which is really good. Um, but usually when my dreams um are usually like fighting child soldiers or people looking for me, and they're not good, man. They scare the shit out of me. Um, Usually wake up sick to my stomach most of the time. That's how those I wake up. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm not scared to tell everybody because I remember them. Not all of them, but some I do because they're very vivid and they have that impact. Um, Yeah, certain things. If I smell jet fuel, right? If I smell jet fuel, it remind me of jumping out of a fucking airplane, right? Simple shit. Every little smell thing I come across now in the world today will remind me of something. If I smell, I don't know, something a certain type of food, it'll remind me of the military. Jet fuel for real. Like jet fuel. If I smell jet fuel, bam, instant flashback, man. Instant flashback of loading a plane. Yep. Yeah, when a man says send money to God and gives you an address, that's something to worry about. Yeah, the smell of cheap shower curtains, they smell like body bags and I get sick. Yep. Body bags smell like cheap curtains. Yeah, they do. Tyvek, like Tyvek suits and shit. Yep. Because that's what they put them in pretty much is Tyvek bags, man. Um, Meal Team 6. He was, LP said David was commanding officer of Meal Team 6 at Hotel Houston, Hotel Platoon. Oh, man. Yeah, today we're talking about David being a no-show for Rosh Hashanah. If anybody's got questions, man, um, well, I'm one of the rear ones that fought Navy SEALs Serbia in '63. Yeah, yeah. Serbia was no joke. That wasn't a joke. Yeah, yeah. He calls himself a general, General Gooch Grease. Yeah, because he got maxi pads up his butt. And honestly, you ladies in there, honestly, what do you make of this? Like, I mean, if David's tried to come in and try to get fresh with you guys, and he had to take out a pad before it was like intimate time, honestly, what do you women make of that? That's not normal behavior for a man. Oh, the whole maxi pad thing? He wears maxi pads, bro. He wears maxi pads, dude. Hang on. I'll get the link. Give me a second. I'll post a link for you. I'll post the link and watch it yourself. You go watch it yourself. Take your time and sit down when you're watching it because you're gonna fucking laugh your ass off. Um, yeah, and I'm still trying to figure out, Janelle. Honest question: was this behavior taught or learned, or did he do it himself? That's what I'm curious about. Hey, Josh, hit that like, subscribe too, man. Thanks for dropping in, man. Um, it's a real deal. Yeah, no, because the dude doesn't wipe himself, he thinks maxi pads are a countermeasure or some shit. I don't know. Yeah, the guy talking in the video was in his cult. Okay, he was Cliff Ware. He's a survivor of that cult. Really nice guy. I thought we're friends, dude. We're good friends. But he came on and did several interviews about his time in the cult, and that was one of the things that he discussed because David would leave his maxi pads laying around, right? And that's the thing. What other sick fetish? Really? You think it's a fetish? What? Like he does it because he for real wants to feel like one of the girls, so he wears maxi pads. Because we've even heard stories about David, like his voice goes up like 5 octaves when he's with the girls. He talk like real sweet like this. Yeah, he can't handle a knife and fork either. All he can handle is like plastic wrappers and paper bags and shit like that, right? He probably eats with a fork like this, the shovel method. He's like shovels his food in. Yep. That makes sense. But I don't see, that's the thing. I'm trying to figure out still if it was something like if it was a behavior habit. Yeah, it's too freaking weird. It's too weird, right? It's not a habit, it's not a fetish. This is like I still think this is one of the data points we can look at for David's downfall into his mental health and his delusions. Yeah, Rosh Hashanah with David sponsored by MaxiPad. Yeah. And he couldn't even show up. The MaxiPad Moses couldn't even show up today last night for Rosh Hashanah day 1. Like David, honestly, yeah. David, yeah, most people want to be away from their feces. David's all, I want to carry it around. Mental illness, Matt says. Okay. Okay. Mental illness. Yeah, it's definitely mental illness, but I'm trying to figure out what point he did it. Schizophrenic? Damn, okay. All right, never heard that one before, but yeah, he seemed to lost all shame, but he's self-conscious, right? He's lost all shame, but he's self-conscious. Yeah. He was definitely never a gangster. I wouldn't be surprised if his mother taught him to use pads. I know she probably told him, "Just put a pad in if you don't wanna wipe." He's like, "Okay." That makes sense. Mommy telling the youngest of the 8, "Hey, just if you don't wanna wipe, just put a pad in there." Ted Morgan, good morning. Yeah, that's LP, I never thought of it like that, bro, but yeah. Yeah, dude. It's not a fucking joke, Josh. I told you, bro. It's not a lie, dude. You can't make this up, bro. You can't make this up, my guy. You can't make this up, dude. Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Now that you say it like that, LP, what I could have, yeah. Mommy, I don't want to wipe my butt. Well, I'm not doing it for you. Wear a pad. And someone who's had family members schizophrenic, David. Okay, so you've had a family member. Okay, you're the youngest of 9. They take you potty. Okay, so you were the youngest of 9. Said the siblings took you potty. Okay. Okay, the oldest ones. Okay. Yeah, some adults won't eat vegetables because their parents didn't teach them. I didn't start eating vegetables till later in life. I fucking hated vegetables, man. But I know you have to eat them. You have to eat them. They're good for you. Um, but yeah, it's Josh Street. That's real, dude. That's coming from a survivor who saw it, bro. Who saw it, dude? Who saw, heard, witnessed. This is a channel about cults, dude. And I know it sounds like you're new to the channel, so welcome, man. Um, we've been investigating this cult for 4.5 years now, and it's a pretty sick, twisted operation, man. You're talking prostitution, human trafficking. No, they're all older. Hey, Chrissy, how you doing? Can't wait for your recaps of David's next court hearing. What an idiot he is. Chrissy, he's in so much trouble with those courts, man. Chrissy, you want to know how much money he owes right now? Just in legal fees? Just in legal fees, Chrissy. 500,000 plus. He's probably hovering around the 500, 510, 515 mark right about now. He's got 2 liens totaling 26,000, 2 separate lawsuits totaling 458,000. Now, by my math, that's $500,000. 108 grand is what he owes him, LP. 108, 108K. But I'm wondering if Michelle, his other lawyer, got paid, Michelle DiCafimio, right? I'm wondering if he's no. It looks like right now it's what I've found out from the lawyers, $108,000. That's what he owes in attorney fees to the plaintiffs. Movie prop. He owes 108 grand. What he owes his side, I don't know. But he's not getting the stage. All that money he spent, he's not getting it back. No, he doesn't have to pay the 1.2, but he lost. You got LP. How much money did he dump into this project? Millions, right? Couple million. Guess what? He's not getting back that couple million. He's not getting a stage. So he technically did pay $2 million for a stage that he's not going to get. Hey, good morning, Dan Alexander. Say hi to your mom for me. But the initial cost, the initial stage. Hey, hoorah, Michael Parisi, motherfucking Marines in the hizzy. Where you been? Michael Parisi, Marines in the motherfucking house. Everybody stand by, buddy. What up, Parisi? We're talking about David being a no-show. No, LP. No. He paid $600,000 in payments, plus he paid another $250 in down payments, right? Because it's a $250,000 down payment. Plus, he was supposed to make $70,000 a month payments, but he didn't. In total, I did the total. I think it was like 600 and something grand, right? That he paid in payment, 600 grand, plus the 250, plus whatever cost in between they paid. Because I know they added shit and they were paying. David did exactly what he wanted to on that deal, man. He made it very confusing for everybody to figure out. But all in all, dude, this case probably cost him $2 million with the stage, the cost of the stage, the lawyer fees, everything. Nah, more than that, $3 million. That stage, that was inflation. Dude, inflation killed him, remember? Remember what inflation did? Does he still have the phone bank? Yes, he still has the phone bank, yes. Getting so big, they're gonna have their own congressperson. Yeah. There are the legal bills with David's organization are huge, you guys. And they're only getting bigger. David's not going to settle any of these cases. He can't. You can't settle lawyer fees, David. Mr. No-show to Rosh Hashanah on the high holy day of the year, you skip out? Really? Have Joseph go out and lie to all the people saying you're going to show up? Ponzi scheme. This is a Ponzi scheme, everybody. He still has the phone bank. He still uses it. Yeah, David, pay a bill. That's a real knee slapper, everybody. Yeah, and that's the thing. And you know what, Dan Alexander? You know what's really funny about all this is David, they actually filed a memo to dismiss the case. Yeah, like Christy says here, I wonder if David is genuinely batshit stupid, or he has somehow convinced himself that God is really leading him. David, you are doomed for what you're doing, motherfucker. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nope, he's not getting the stage. He's not getting the stage. He never finished paying for it. He never finished paying for the stage. He will lose that stage. We look the Timu Tabernacle, that's what he bought in place of the stage. That tabernacle down in Houston, that Houston tabernacle, David had to buy that in place of the stage because he told everybody he was going to buy a stage. So what does he do? He goes and buys a one-off type setup and says, "Oh, look, here's a stage for movie prop rentals." And he probably told everybody that, "Oh, this is the stage we got for movie prop rentals. Okay, this is the stage. I won the case." That stage down in Houston, it's because he lost the movie prop case. He had to produce something to the cult to prove that he's doing okay. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Royce. Exactly, Royce. Exactly, dude. You see, no, he owns that. He owns that stage, dude. No, he owns that. He bought it, they set it up, and they left it up because they're gonna have to tear it down. I don't even know, dude. I don't even know. No, he paid for it straight up. You don't owe people like that money. You pay for that shit straight up, LP. Nah, you pay for that shit straight up. That shit was paid up straight up. That way he could say, oh, look, it's our stage now. We have a Temu tabernacle. No, they own that, bro. They're going to own that straight up now, dude. That's David's stage. That's David's stage. That's the stage that he lost with movie prop rentals. And he can't even show up again. He can't even show up for Rosh Hashanah, David. Really? It is. It's a total waste of money, bro. And it's just sitting out there in the Houston weather, just getting tacked on by the sun and the rain and the fucking moisture. And again, David, I just filed another report with Harris County Fire Marshal letting them know that you're blocking all the fire lanes with that ridiculous stage. They're going to come eventually, David. They have to. I don't know. Lord Pender will let us know here in about an hour if it's still up. I think it's still up, though. I think it's still up. Yes. David is going to leave that up as long as possible. But Dan Alexander, if you're still in here, David has actually filed a motion to dismiss the case, saying that the letter, the initial petition for David to bring on the case, right? The exhibit that shows is that JMMI was retained and not Kingdom of God Global Church. So that's the card that David's playing against the lawyers now. Is, hey, Kingdom of God Global Church didn't retain the lawyers. JMMI did. But like Dan said, lawyers have a really cool way of wording stuff to get their money. And lawyers, David, they usually know the judge, okay? So if you think you're going to keep coming on here and stiffing lawyers and judges and lying to everybody, guess what? No, you're not, because we're going to help them make sure they cover all their bases, okay? I want you to be very clear about that from here on out, David. You're done. You're finished. You can't even show up for Rosh Hashanah. You basically lied to Jesus. I think you would have had to get a permit. Absolutely. I think so. Yeah, I think there's got to be some kind of permitting behind that. Yep. Yep. Has to pass wind loads. Like they got stuff out there to keep it down, but if a hurricane hits Houston, he's fucked. Oh, I'm sure the permit was only good for like a few days. Even if they even got one. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yep. They could have got a permit for a few days, left it up, said, okay, we'll take it down, set it up, we'll take it down. No worries, we got it. But they'll never take it down. They'll just leave it sitting there to blow in the wind and get fucked up. Nice way to spend donor money, right, David? Yes, he is, Michael. Yeah, he's hiding from the IRS, bro. He's hiding from the IRS, brother. Yeah. That's the only other people he could be hiding from. Police, maybe? I don't know. I know he's hiding from the IRS, though, bro. Yeah. Lord Pender, drop the link in again. Is it going to be on your channel, bro? Do I know where he is? I think he's up. We're talking. He's up either in Michigan or Missouri. One of the two. But I think he could be Michigan. But again, I don't know. He's running. David's running. Literally, he's running. He knows shit's hot on his tail, and I think he's aware of that now. Whatever shit it is, I don't know. But David, when the IRS revokes your status, that's usually a pretty clear sign that something's going on the inside, man. The IRS doesn't just revoke your status because they want to, David. They do it because you don't pay your taxes. Michelle, she's down in Florida, bro. Michelle's down in Florida. Yeah. Yeah, shit's hot on his tail, man. You guys, how long was P. Diddy investigated for? 16 years, man. 16 years. Nah, she's still there, dude. She's still there, Michael Prezi. Nah, Michelle's going to play it all the way, dude. Michelle's going to play it all the way. She'll play it until it benefits her, until the benefit runs out. She's going to use the benefit until it runs out. David is a free meal for her, a free place to stay, a free check, free money. that she doesn't have to earn, that she can just, all she's got to do is lay on her back and lay there like a fucking dead starfish, right? That's it. That's all Michelle's got to do. That is her. That's Michelle's get down. That's what she does. She just lays on her back for David, so he can fucking walk all over her. She's a doormat. Michelle is a doormat for everybody. Yeah, no, and you're right. Michelle probably doesn't have a choice but to play it out until the end. Yeah, Michelle. Michelle is predator in this, you guys. She was victim at first, but now she's just all predator. She knows she is, and that's people I've talked to. She's a fucking predator. And Michelle. She's a slut. She's a slut. She is. She's loose. She'll fuck anything. Michelle will screw anything. That's the type of person she is. Yeah, and that's what I found out, Royce, is that Michelle has burned every single bridge that she's ever come across, man. That's why Michelle has nobody. Friends, family, relatives, nobody. Michelle, when you get out of this place, when and if you get out of this place, you have no one. Nobody's going to come to your rescue. Nobody's going to come pick you up because you have screwed over everybody. Yeah, members leave. And Donna, that's true. Michelle's a trashy gutter, like she's a gutter trash. She is. Gutter scag. That's the term I'd used in the past. Gutter scag, right? Just a trashy gutter scag. Damaged goods, exactly. She's damaged goods. Michelle, she was beautiful at one time in her previous life, but I don't know. Yeah, if you guys need help, get out, go to a shelter. They'll help you. Let them know your situation. But you got to open up to these people, okay? Yep, she's Ghislaine Brandon. Yes, Michelle's probably fucked the entire cult. Yes, yes. hmm Michelle's probably fucked every dude in the cult except Cliff. Cliff's like, I know she looked too much like Sylvester Stallone. Never, but no. The only way somebody will help them if they really repent and come clean. Well, not. I don't even want to consider it repenting, man. Not even just. I don't even consider this repenting. This is a criminal activity, man. That there's nothing, no repenting to be done. This has gone beyond religion, Daniela. This is a criminal organization. Why did I don't? The no fucking repenting needs to be done. They need to prosecute. That's what the government needs to do. Yep. Yeah. Cliff said all the women in there look like Sly. Oh, right, Sly. Sly. Yeah, they do. And when you really do, Cliff hit it on the spot. You look at all the women; they got these real thick jawlines, and look like Sly. They do, man. And I was like, damn, Cliff, you right. Yeah, cult members, man, we want you guys out of there. There's people willing to help you, but you guys have to want the help. You have to be willing to want the help. Okay, we can't force you guys out. But if you guys are being abused in there, let me tell you something. That's not okay. That is way not okay. If there's hands being laid on you guys, or you're being sexually abused or sexually coerced into doing stuff you don't want to do, guess what that's called? That's called sexual assault and sexual coercion. All right, and that's illegal. That's illegal. That constitutes sex crimes. Okay, and we know what's going on at that hotel. We know what's going on at that hotel. Whether or not it's continuing, I don't know. But for a while, they were running tricks out of there, and I hope they aren't anymore. I really hope they're not anymore. Hold on, my brother's calling. Sorry, guys, that was my brother. That was my brother. Yeah, slaves, rev up your free willpower, man. Get out of there. Get out of there, man. Don't stay there. There's other churches in Houston that would openly accept you, and they wouldn't manipulate and lie to you like David has. Like David will continue to lie and screw you guys over. Is that what you guys want? You guys want to live in this ghetto hotel the rest of your lives? Because you're not going to get anything when you get out. Where do you guys expect to go when you finish your so-called college degrees at this so-called campus. Where do you guys expect to go with all of it? David can't even show up for Rosh Hashanah. Yeah, shelters have good food, clothing, showers, laundry, and they have help resources. Exactly. Mm-hmm. They do. They do. But David would be the type to drop him off and be like, don't say anything to anybody. I'm going to drop you off the shelter, but don't talk to anybody. That's what David would do. He would coerce his members into not saying anything. Yeah, these people aren't even getting a pension. They're not getting a pension. They're not getting a degree. They're not getting an education. Costing the state huge amounts of money. Yep. One of the survivors said he had to remind them that they promised him a bus ticket to go back home. Yeah, exactly. If they promised you a bus ticket, guess what? Hey, where's my bus ticket? I want the fuck out of here. I want my bus ticket home. You can call 911. You can call the FBI. You can call the Department of Homeland Security, the Human Trafficking Hotline. Let me get that in here. Let's see here. Human Trafficking Hotline is here it is. It's 1-877-373-7888. That's for human trafficking. Right there. Yep, their entire lives are being destroyed over this Ponzi scheme. And David thinks it's all fucking fun and games. David, that's why we're here. Okay. There's the human trafficking hotline. If anybody needs help, look, there's a resource right there. We just gave you a resource if you need help out. You call that number. It is private. It is secure. If you tell these people the right thing, I guarantee you, they'll show up with a response. But you guys have to tell them the right things. We can't. We know this is human trafficking and forced labor. We know people aren't getting paid. We know no educations are being given here. It's all a money-making operation. That's it. For somebody who can't even show up on the high holy day of the year, Rosh Hashanah. Sends his cult members out to lie. Bald-faced lie to his entire following, David. You send Joseph out there to lie to everybody? I mean, does that make you feel good and powerful, David, about who you are? Like that you actually you go out and lie to people like that you can have people lie for you. Joseph, do you feel good about that? Joseph Bush, I'm talking to you now, you little dingleberry. Do you feel good about going out and lying to everybody, saying that David was going to be on live last night and he wasn't? This guy's supposed to be the prophet, Joseph, and he doesn't even show up, Joseph. Yeah, they're saying he's still in Shutaway, brother Mike. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Shutaway for 5 years, Michael. He's in Shutaway for 5 years, bro. No, he's been hiding for 5 fucking years. It's not Shutaway, it's hiding. He's trying. It's like David's trying to outdo Moses. I don't get it. It's like he's trying to outdo Jesus. He is. Joseph is just a suit. That's it. He's a stuffed suit, just a cuck for David. Joseph is David's little cult cuck. That's it, man. That's it. David is Joseph's little, or Joseph is David's cult cuck. If David asked Joseph to wipe his ass, he would. Just be like, okay, Apostle, I'll come wipe your ass for you. Do you want me to wipe front to back or back to front, sir? Yep, exactly. Like these people, you're right. These people are losing their personalities for David. Shit. They're losing their personalities for David, man. And that's what David does. He's good at that. He's really good at that. He's good at taking people's personalities away. Oh, the VA messed up your refill? Imagine that. Yeah, why did you deceive everybody, Joseph? Why did you lie to everybody, Joseph? Why did you deceive for David? And I know the cult members are watching. What's up, cult members? Hit that like, man. Let me know you're not a cult, please. There's 34 in here watching right now. Shit, my eyes are dry. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah, you can serve the Lord elsewhere, everybody. You can leave. You know you can do that, right? All the cult members left. Later, guys. I think so too, Dallas. Joseph would gladly lick David's butthole. He would. He would. David wouldn't even have to do anything. Like Joseph would do all the butt. He would spread all his cheeks for him and everything. David would just sit there and be like, "Oh, thank you, Joseph. Thank you for spreading my cheeks for me and licking my butt." You would, Joseph. You are. That's all you are for David is a little cult cuck. Not only that, that you have the balls to go out and lie to everybody for him. Yeah. It's gross. It is. Thou shalt not bear false witness, Joseph. Yep. Right there. Look, broken one of the commandments. Thou shalt not bear false witness, Joseph. What happened, dude? Bear false witness to David's life, dude, and you lied. You lied. They're truly vile. I'm going to start wrapping it up here. So, David, you're truly vile. All your cult members are truly vile. They're bearing false witness to you. You send them out to lie every fucking chance you get. Last night was a prime example, David. Prime example of how, and it is the worst part is they know it's lies. That's the thing. That's not even the worst part. That's the best part. The best part is they know it's all bullshit and they're still doing it. So how can they say, "Oh, this is truly the man of God"? Prove it. Like, where's your proof in all of this, everybody? Joseph, David, Michelle, Tony, Ashley, Steve, all you guys down there lying in that hotel, Kathleen, all of you guys. You guys are all in an abusive relationship with one man. And David is the abusive person in the relationship. Think about that one second before you think about joining this cult, okay? Anybody that's in this cult, if you're questioning things or you're starting to question stuff you see that's happening inside and you're kind of like, this doesn't just seem right. Let me tell you something, it ain't fucking right, okay? Because it's a cult. It's a sex cult. Anybody that's stuck there, man, if you need help out, let us know. We'll help you. We have people, trauma therapists who are standing by ready to help you for free. They're not even going to charge you. Give you free help. Just letting you guys know that there's help out here for you. If you think it's hopeless and that you're lost, no, trust me, you ain't lost. You just got off the path. That's all. But we'll help you. All of you guys. Anyone. Now, no matter how bad of a guy you think we might be, or all of us, or whatever, how bad you think we might be, guess what? There are so many people in here who would drop their fucking shit they're doing to come help you guys out. I would too. I will. Yep. Yep. We'll help you guys. No questions asked. There will be some. The help requires, like, you need to get rid of your cult phones. You can't fucking call them. There's got to be things in place. If we're going to help you, we're definitely not going to tell you, like, who, we got to have some kind of threshold. Yeah. I'll buy a bus ticket for you guys if you need to get home. Yeah. Or 2 or 3 or 4. If you guys need bus tickets to get home, let us know. We'll help you. Okay. If you're ready to get out, let us know. We'll help you get a bus ticket or something to get you home. Okay. We'll get you back to your families, back to your home states. And with that being said, David, I can't wait to see you no show again for Rosh Hashanah tonight, because this just proves how much of a Ponzi scheme this actually is. That you'll actually send your own cult members out to fucking lie for you, dude. Willingly, and they do it willingly. Yeah, happy Rosh Hashanah, David. I hope to see you tonight, man. If not, I appreciate you just showing how much of a compulsive lying con artist you truly are, man. With that being said, man, y'all have a good day. I don't know if we'll be live tomorrow. I'll probably record a video and then upload it as like a premiere or something. I got some family time stuff, so no live stream tomorrow. And with that being said, David, peace out, David. David, show your face for Rosh Hashanah, okay? At least show some kind of effort that you're trying to be an apostle, okay? Just